Hi, my name's Alyssa from Alyssa Engel Cycling. Thanks for joining me for this 20-minute recovery ride. Maybe you had an intense workout in the last couple of days, or like me, you've been feeling a little under the weather. Whatever the reason for doing this recovery ride, thanks for joining me. Grab some water, hop on your bike, and we'll get started. Sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna start the same way we do with all of our rides, with 3 deep breaths. First deep breath in, shoulders come up to your ears, and release them slowly back down as you exhale that breath. Second deep breath in, and release. Third deep breath, and release those shoulders all the way back down. Hands come down into first position. Mild resistance on the bike. We will be in the saddle for most of this 20-minute class, although we'll come up a couple of times for a little bit of a standing run, just to break it up a little bit. But the main point of this ride is to have a nice active recovery, whether you had a hard workout recently, or like I mentioned earlier, maybe you've been feeling a little sick, but still need to get a little movement in. So that's our main goal today. We're not going to be breaking any records with anything. Let's go ahead, add on a little more resistance. Should be around a level 6 to 7. Feel like you've got a flat road to a slight incline beneath your bike. Cadence somewhere between 90 and 100. Scan your body. Shoulders should be nice and relaxed. Elbows tucked in, knees in line over your big toes. Focus on your breathing. Deep breath still, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep that pace steady. Breathe out any tension, any strain you feel in your muscles. Nice big breaths in and fully exhale. Keep that resistance and that cadence where it is. Focusing on consistency. Muscles in your legs are warming up. This pace, this resistance you have on the bike should feel pretty good right now. We're gonna go into a little bit of an incline. So if you were closer to a 6 than a level 7, let's add on a little more resistance so that we're all at a level 7. Hands can stay in first position or come out to second. So we've all got mild to moderate resistance on the bike right now. Cadence between 80 and 90 should feel comfortable. Legs are working with the bike, pulling the pedals around in big, even circles. Keep going. Taking those nice deep breaths. Muscles are awake. Core is engaged.
And it's just me, it's
Cadence should still be between 80 and 90. All right, we're gonna add on just a little more resistance, enough to safely come up out of the saddle. Hands back to first for a standing run. Hands are light on the handlebars, weight stays centered over your feet. Cadence should be between 70 and 75. Heart rate's coming up a little bit more. Should feel good to stretch, be out of the saddle. Movement stays smooth. Back in the saddle, decrease that resistance a little, coming back to a 7. Cadence comes back up to between 80 and 90. Let's do that again. Add on a little more resistance, come back up, hands back to first position, light on the handlebars. Cadence between 70 and 75. Keep going. Couple more seconds here, stay with it. Back in the saddle. Take off a little bit of that resistance. Back down to a level 7, hands out into second position. Bring that cadence back up to between 80 and 90. Grab some water as you need it. Something I need, something you need, something to spend the time. Maybe it's me, maybe this resistance, this pace should feel like something you can maintain comfortably for a while. We'll stay here for a couple minutes. And then we'll go into a little bit more of a climb. But we've got about 2 minutes at this pace before we add on more resistance. So keep that cadence between 80 and 90. You can close your eyes if you want. Stay focused on what you're doing, movement of your body, and your form. Make adjustments if you need to. Anytime, just give me a call. Ready for the long haul. Should I move slow? Should I move fast? Where we could go. We've got just over a minute left here. Girl, I don't wanna crash. Before we add on more resistance. Where we can lead, girl, we can stay focused. Forever with your smile. Make the ride here worthwhile. Yeah, keep it on the replay when the vibe is just right. And I ain't with her, he said, she said. Check your cadence. Make sure you're not slowing down or speeding up. We want to keep a nice, consistent cadence here. Tell me what you're looking for. I can help you find it all. You need directions, I'll be there any day. To show you love, I go out of my way. Let's go tonight and leave our problems behind. Anytime, just give me a call. Just ready for the long haul. Go ahead, increase that resistance from a level 7 to a level 8. Slide back in the saddle. Cadence slows a little bit. Should be somewhere between 70 and 80 with your cadence. Legs are working with the bike, pulling the pedals back and up. Movement is smooth. Hands are out in second. Shoulders should be relaxed. We're gonna stay here at this pace for about another minute. Then we'll add on just a little more resistance and come up out of the saddle. That'll be the heaviest resistance that we see today. Cadence is still between 70 and 80. Let's add on that resistance. Coming up to between a level 8 and a level 9, we're gonna come up out of the saddle, hands move out to third position, standing climb. Core is engaged, power is coming from your legs. Keep those hands light on your handlebars. Focus on your breathing for a moment. Nice deep breaths. Cadence should be between 60 and 70. Again, this is the heaviest resistance we're gonna have on our bike today. It should feel good being up out of the saddle though. We got about a minute left here. This might be feeling really good right now, or maybe your legs are really tired and this is a bit of a struggle. Either way, keep going. You've got about 30 seconds until we hit the saddle again. Try to keep your speed consistent again. Weight is centered over your feet. Hips are back over the pedals. 10 seconds. Back in the saddle. Take off a little of that resistance, coming back down to a level 8. Cadence anywhere between 65 and 80. Keep going. Taking a couple nice deep breaths in through your nose, all the way down into your belly and out through your mouth. Shoulders should be loose, hands relaxed on the handlebars. All right, let's decrease that resistance. Coming back to a flat road, level 6 intensity. We're gonna bring that speed up a little bit more as we decrease that resistance. Cadence should be between 100 and 115. Again, with the level of resistance we have on the bike, going at this speed should feel pretty comfortable. I'm not doing any big pushes today. If at any point you feel like the pedals are moving faster than your legs, or like the bike is moving independently of you, add on more resistance. Got about 2.5 minutes left on this flat road. Try to stay focused on what you're doing. If you do want a little bit more of a challenge, you can add on a little more resistance. Don't come up past the level 7 intensity though right now. Movement should be smooth.
And now it's truth out there, I know it's cruel, but you can watch me and I'll walk you through. It's coming clear that you've been here before. Those broken hearts across your bedroom floor. And girl, you got me going now on my mind.
Keep going.
And I just can't keep falling for those
Check your cadence.
lies. And girl, you got me going.
Make sure you're roughly where you were a couple minutes ago when you started down this flat road. Still maintaining that level 6, level 7 intensity. Stay on that flat road with me. We will have one more brief climb after this before we cool down. Shrug any tension out of those shoulders. Scan your body for form. I have such a love-hate relationship with these recovery rides. I know that they're good, but I usually want to push myself a little bit more than I know I should when I'm doing a recovery ride. So don't fall prey to that. Stay with it. All right, last climb before we start that cool down. Let's go ahead, add on a little more resistance. If you were at a level 6, come up to a level 7. If you were at a level 7, add on a little more resistance, but don't go above a level 8 with your resistance. Slide toward the back of the saddle, cadence slows a little bit. Should feel the beginning of a hill beneath your bike. Cadence should be between 70 and 80. So those pedals have slowed pretty significantly from where we were on our flat road. Dig in with those pedals. Feel those strong legs working with your bike. We're gonna add on a little more resistance, staying around a level 8. Come up out of the saddle, hands are out in third. Got about a minute of a standing climb here before we finish up in the saddle. Power is coming from your legs, control from your core. Again, it should feel good to have a little break from the saddle. Legs are feeling good. Got about 20 seconds left here. Maintain this pace if you can out of the saddle. If you need to sit back down, go ahead and do that. We want to be good about listening to our bodies, especially on these recovery days. And everyone back in the saddle. We're gonna decrease that resistance a little bit. Level of intensity should be somewhere between a level 7 and a level 8. Be here for about a minute. To finish your recovery day, I've got a couple stretching videos that you can click on the link to. Those are good to do once your muscles are warmed up, and muscles should be warmed up now. So take a couple minutes, do a stretching video, or go stretch on your own. We're gonna decrease that resistance, coming back to our flat road, level 6. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll end the way we started with 3 deep breaths. Shoulders come up as you inhale and release all the way back down as you exhale that breath. Second breath in and release. And third deep breath. Thank you so much for joining me for this recovery ride today. I hope it was helpful for you. Please be sure to like the video before you go, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for riding with me today, and I hope to see you again soon.